everyone. Welcome to All Red. It's Liverpool versus Arsenal. And it's Aaron back with us on the show. Aaron, how you feeling today, brother?
Confident, mate. Confident. Let's take the Gunners apart at the weekend.
Let's do it, mate. Let's do it. Well, I think we've got some big decisions to make, Aaron. I know you've got some changes in your starting 11 for Liverpool. So let's jump right into it and start at the back as usual. I'm assuming Coive and Kelleher gets the start between the sticks for you.
Confirmed.
Mm-hmm. And then there's just no need to swap out the best center back pairing in the world at the moment. Very confident in saying that. How are we feeling? I also think Robertson's probably a shoo-in. He came on late against Leipzig, but I think that's probably to keep him fit for Arsenal.
I thought Tsimikas actually did really well against Leipzig. I thought he played really well. Kostas with some really good balls in the box.
Yeah.
So credit to him, actually. I tell you one thing that I've seen about Tsimikas, he looks like a backup to Andy Robertson at the moment, as where maybe last season he didn't look as much of a decent sort of option to Andy Robbo, and it felt like Andy Robbo got overplayed at times.
Yeah. He had the one, the one assist, sort of assist, would have been assist to Salah.
Yeah.
And I got the sense watching him play against Leipzig that Slot intentionally put him in there because it was clear the goal was to get it down that left side, and I thought he and Gakpo played really well together. And obviously it resulted in our only goal. So I think he played well, but I think it was always going to be Robbo at the weekend against Arsenal. And then, of course, I don't see any need to change out Trent, especially with Connor Bradley still injured. I think he's still out. I don't know if he'll be making.
I don't think he's back, Sam. He was only ill, I think.
Oh, was he?
I don't think he was injured. I'm not 100% on that. I thought he was ill, mate. I know there's been a bit of illness sort of in the camp.
Okay.
I'm not 100% he's picked up a physical injury.
Okay. Well, that would make more sense, I guess, if he didn't travel with the team. You don't want to spread the germs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It says slot on October 22nd. The time frame is always so difficult with injuries, especially if it just happened. So it's difficult to see where they are after a few days. And I think after a few more days, you can better say where they are. So I don't know. I think it is perhaps an injury with Connor Bradley.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not 100%. I haven't seen anything on it. That's why I can't really comment on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think he would start either way. I think it's Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back.
Yeah. Who's having a good season, Sam, as well, by the way. Trent's having a good season.
Yeah. He is. He's. I think he's successfully sort of transformed from the attacking right back to now a big part of what has been the best defense in all of Europe. These three, Robertson's been good too. I think he's looked just a little bit slow at times, but these three right here, just absolutely stalwart. I mean, just nothing getting past them at the moment. Trent's tracking back well. He's defending well, using his length to get in and track back and make very important stops and interceptions. So I've been very impressed with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'd love to see him do that and still make those really, really crazy long passes that are just pinpoint accurate. And I think he might get there. I think he's being encouraged to focus a little bit more on defense. I think the whole team at the moment is. But I'd love to see some of that free-flowing attack and where it starts from Trent, bombing the ball up, perfect precision. I say we jump into the midfield, Aaron. I would assume, me personally, that Maka and Grav have to start. Do you disagree with that?
I'm disagreeing.
Are you really? Whoa.
This is my first disagreement.
Okay.
I think 100% Curtis Jones comes in alongside Gravenberch.
Okay. I like it. All right, Curtis Jones, yeah.
There might be a semi-unpopular take here on my next position, yeah, because obviously, any kind of criticisms of Szoboszlai have been sort of rebuffed by some of the fan base, but I just don't think he is giving enough. Listen, he's a great engine, and he has moments where you think, oh, yeah, push on from that. And I'm just left wanting a little bit more from Szoboszlai. I'm a bit concerned for him. I think McAllister playing in that role behind Darwin, for me, just gives you that little bit additional moments of class.
Yeah.
McAllister, that little 1-2. In fact, actually, it was with Szoboszlai, where he had that little 1-2 with Szoboszlai against Leipzig last night.
Yeah.
Where McAllister hit the corner of the crossbar.
Yep.
Yeah. Beautiful little pass back, actually, from Szoboszlai. And I'm just thinking, when Szoboszlai does things like that, I'm like, oh, it's great.
Yeah.
And then it was followed up by about 2 or 3 misplaced passes from Szoboszlai after that. And I was like, oh,
After McAllister hit the crossbar, I was in a chat with some other fans, and I said, this is what we thought Szoboszlai was going to be. McAllister. Yeah. He's the guy hitting these long shots, and he can do it, and he can do it consistently. And whenever he's on the ball, I mean, there's just really no question about, like, what, is he going to make the right decision? He makes the right decision. And by the way, for his frame, what is he, like 5'10", 5'11"? Incredible.
McAllister.
Incredible strength. McAllister, yeah.
I think he's smaller than that. I think he might be about 5'8". Mate, he's like Mascherano in disguise.
He's 5'9". 5'9", but incredible strength. I loved seeing him come in. I think it was against Chelsea. When I think he was a little bit ill, but he came in the final moments of the Chelsea game, and as soon as he came in, he was putting Chelsea players on the ground, and not in like a foul type of way. Like it was clean, and he was just standing there looking at the Chelsea players just laying on the ground. Like, all right, come on, let's go. Like he is one of those guys where, like you've said this before, Aaron, he's a bulldog, and he's gonna come get it off you. He's gonna put you on the ground, and he's gonna do it in a way that's legal. It's a legal challenge. So McAllister, I would be very interested. This is very intriguing to me, Aaron, to see what he can do, because we know that Slot wants his number 8 to be the engine and to be all over, the middle of the park, pressing, smartly kind of baiting the other team, and I would be very interested to see what McAllister could do in this position, because I think he would have maybe not the same type of engine as Szoboszlai, but in the final third, I think we'd score more goals.
Yeah,
with McAllister there. I don't know how you can argue that. I don't know how you can argue that Szoboszlai has not been good in the final third when we're in possession.
I don't want to be critical of Szoboszlai because I've seen him on his good days.
Yeah.
On his good days, fabulous.
Yeah.
Great player. When it all comes together, I think he might be lacking a little bit of confidence. I think he maybe knows his form's not great at the moment. His numbers are not great. And he seems reluctant to let that right foot do anything.
Yeah.
I want to see... Listen, Szoboszlai strikes a ball. The commentator said it last night when the game was on. There's no better striker of a ball at Liverpool than Szoboszlai on a good day.
Yeah.
He hits the ball as good as anybody. And I haven't seen him have a shot for a long time, like a 20-yarder, 25-yarder.
Right.
It's almost like his confidence has gone to just let that shot go.
Yep.
I want to see him get it back. I want to see him get it back because I tell you what, he's such a key player on his good days, such a key player, and his work rate is exceptional.
Yep.
So it's not a criticism. I don't feel he's in the best form at the moment. And I think Slot's tried to play him into form, Sam. I think he's given him the opportunities. But Jones last week was exceptional.
Yeah.
Man of the match. And I think Jones was rested last night. Yeah. I think Jones was rested last night. I think the work rate of Jones was given that additional little time period where, Arsenal had to play a strong team against Shakhtar because of injuries.
Yeah.
I think Jones was rested because of the work he puts in on a game. And a week's rest for Jones is, he's a key player. I think Slot's saying, mate, you're my man. Yeah, you're the local lad. I want you to grab that midfield.
Interesting. Well, honestly, I'm a big Szoboszlai fan, and I tried to will it into existence yesterday against Leipzig to say I think Szoboszlai is going to be the man of the match against his former team, and let's go. Come on, Dom. And it didn't happen. Aaron's
Well,
laughing. Aaron's laughing because
told
he
you.
told me.
I told you.
me.
And listen, I would have loved him to be man of the match, Sam, as well, honestly. I would have loved him to be man of the match.
Yeah. Me too. But it wasn't meant to be. And so, hey, Slot is the right type of coach to get him there. But hey, it just might take a little bit of time. And I think you're right, Aaron. I think it's the confidence. He just needs to hit one, man. There was a moment late in the game yesterday against Leipzig. He could have hit it on the volley. I think he was right inside the 18, and he at the very last second just pulled away from it. It's like,
seen it.
Do it, Dom. Just
seen
have it.
I was like, that was your opportunity.
I know.
Hit it. Give us that 2-0 lead. Hit the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and I seen him. Sam, I looked at it exactly the same as you. I thought he pulled out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I was like, oh no! Listen, he actually went for probably the most difficult shot. I don't know whether it was supposed to be a cross or not, but it's the one where he flicked it up, and on the corner of the 18-yard box, he tried to ping it on the volley. I don't know if it was a shot or it was trying to play it back across goal, but he hit it so sweet.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the attack here. I think the attack for Liverpool has been, I think, where we see if you have fans, and I've been one of them, you've been one of them, fans who kind of say, okay, when are we going to start to see the beautiful, free-flowing football? We saw that in parts during the earlier part of the season, and now in the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it seems to have gone away, and yet we're still winning, so love that. But we're winning, 1-0. Yesterday, Leipzig, we looked better than we did against Chelsea, and yet it still was just like there were just way too many giveaways, way too many errant passes in the final third. And so, anyways, my point here is this is crucial. Against Arsenal, we can't be doing that. And sure, Slot could go in there and he could get another 1-0 win or 2-1 win. But this is where I want to start seeing that slot ball that we saw at the beginning of the season. So I can't imagine he drops Salah. Salah's in. I would say Darwin's probably in again. Would you disagree with that?
I thought he was excellent last night.
He was fantastic.
His work rate. I mean, listen, he's lacking in quality every now and then. But I tell you one thing that may not have been mentioned in previous videos or anything like that is passing. His passing's been excellent. Yeah. His long passing, his crossfield passing, his holding up of the ball, so much improved. But I want to see him getting chances. He didn't have loads of chances last night. He had a couple of headers. Yep. He had a couple of headers, and I tell you what, the one that the goalkeeper saved, I thought he should have done a little tiny bit better with it. He got up well, he connected with it well, but he kind of hit it down, Peter Galassi. I think a couple of shots, actually, Galassi, ex-Liverpool player as well, was getting a lot of praise for some of the saves that he made, but actually they were all pretty much at him.
Yeah. There
wasn't really too much to do with him, but Darwin starts for me. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah. Okay, on the left side, is it Diaz or is it Gakpo?
I believe he goes with Diaz.
Yeah, it's got to be.
I thought Diaz was saved again last night and coming on for 20, 30 minutes to just get a bit of fresh, bit of play and whatever. I just think he's so much of a live wire up against Ben White. He gives Ben White different problems.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, absolutely. And that trickery is essential for us on the weekend.
It's going to be interesting to see which side Liverpool prefers to attack. And maybe they just go both, because we're probably looking at Ben White and Zinchenko, which if you're Salah and Diaz, you just have to, your mouth is watering. You're probably you're ready to feast. Well. And as well, the Liverpool team is pretty much, it's very depleted at the moment. we might not see Xhaka. We might not see. Well, we're not seeing Calafiori. We're not seeing.
Saka's back in training, yeah.
Yeah, he is. I'm just not sure if he'll make it back in. Rumors are that he won't. I think he's out, and I think Trossard starts, which honestly might be better for Arsenal because Xhaka just doesn't seem to show up against Liverpool.
Saka gives might disagree, Sam. I think Saka gives Andy Robbo endless problems.
Yeah. He's just one of those players. He doesn't seem to have the fire against Liverpool.
Right, okay. There is a caveat to that. Saka has Andy Robbo at times on toast. Yeah. He's just that little tiny bit quicker than Robbo. And Robbo's looking a tiny bit off the pace this year. He's looked very good, Robbo. Defensively, he's looked very sound, but he's been got at a few times.
True.
But Saka buzzes off Martin Odegaard. Odegaard not playing is huge. Yeah. So whether or not Saka gets that same type of service is a different question.
Yeah. I think Saka is out. I think that's actually confirmed from what I've seen.
I hope so.
So a lot of absences for Arsenal, and I think this Liverpool team sheet right here, Aaron, is just brilliant. I would love to see this. This would get me. I mean, any team sheet right now for Liverpool gets me excited, but this one just looks really good,
mate. And add a couple of people potentially coming back for a little 15, 20 minutes at the end of the game, Sam, would be great.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I love that starting 11. For me, that is how I want to see the starting 11. That's my opinion. That's how I would like to see the starting 11 for a few games now in a row.
I would like to see that as well. Let's get into score predictions, Aaron. I can't remember who went first last. I think it was me, so I'm going to make you go first this time. What are you feeling? Here?
You went 3-2 last time.
Yes, I did.
I don't want to be overly confident, but with the changes to Arsenal's team, I've got a little bit of confidence. I think we've got sufficient rest between Leipzig. I think Slot is very keen on people resting the right way.
Yeah.
I can imagine Klopp, he demands so much Klopp, and I think he would have them in training straight away. I think Slot is slightly more conservative in what he expects from the guys pre-game. If they're playing 3 weeks in 3 games in 7 or 8 days, I think Slot is managing his team, touch wood, to date really well.
Yeah, and I think it's a different playing style. I think the way that they play in game, and I agree that the training regimens are much less just intense. But the way they play the game, the way that Virgil van Dijk and Konate can basically just kind of walk around for half of the game and then turn it on when they need to defend, is a far cry from the heavy metal football that we saw. And I loved the heavy metal. I mean, it was amazing to watch. But the ability to keep these guys, I mean, Konate, Aaron, is playing every single important match for Liverpool. Nobody expected that.
He's top 3-4 centre-backs in the league right now.
Absolutely.
Oh, mate, he's a beast at the moment. He does, listen, he's got a couple of errors in him, Sam. He has got a couple of errors in him. But you know what? Wow, he's what a transformation of a player. And a run of games when you think he didn't even start the first game. It was Kwanzaa.
I know. Intense, insane. All right, give me that score prediction, Aaron. What do you got?
I'm going to go with, and hopefully I don't curse myself, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win, Liverpool.
2-1, okay. Well, you were right about that against Chelsea. You were spot on. This is a tough one. We should be going in and we should be controlling this game, especially with the amount of players that Arsenal has out. I think I'm going to agree with you, Aaron. I think I'm going to go 2-1. I could also see us winning 1-0 or maybe 2-0. I haven't seen the ability to attack by Liverpool in the past couple of weeks to be confident in going in and scoring more than 1 or 2. So 2-1. I like it. I think Arsenal, This is a type of game in years past. We would come into a game like this with a team that has a lot of key players out, and we would play down. We would play down to them, and we would draw or maybe lose. And that's not knocking Klopp. And there were just a lot of times where it's like, we should go in and we should win this game because they're missing, their striker. They're missing their top attacker. They're missing their best center back. And I hope we don't do that. I want to see a team that comes out with fire from the first minute to the 90th minute and put these guys in the ground. Super excited about this one, Aaron. 2-1. We're predicting a 2-1 victory for Liverpool. And as always, get your score predictions down in the comments. Did you disagree with anything on this starting 11? We shall see if Slot disagrees at the weekend.
Yeah, of course.